I've been broke, been bruised, been used. Had folks talking like they know my shoes. Ain't no saint, I've raised some hell, but I learned my peace where my demons dwell. I quit chasing ghosts that don't pay rent. Quit worrying about the ones who went. Now I walk my road, dust on my boots, singing my truth, whatever it roots. Cause I don't give a damn who don't like me. This world spins fast and time ain't free. We're all just sparks in the midnight sky, fading out slow, saying goodbye. So pour that whiskey, let it burn fine. Laugh at the scars that prove I'm alive. We're all just living on borrowed time.
Hope y'all like the intro. Welcome to the JJ Show, episode 13. Tonight is going to be all about conspiracy theories. All about them. So, hopefully I won't get copyright with the little song there. I like that song. That's some truth-telling stuff right there. For sure. And some stuff I'd like to get into. You know, a lot of people talk about these Illuminati things and the age 27 being such a bad number for a lot of famous people and stuff. I believe they're sacrifices. I actually went through and did some research on here, and this has been going on for a long time. Let me get the right page here. Amy Winehouse, 27. Kurt Cobain, 27. Christian frat. She was Hole's bassist. Mighty funny, the bassist of Hole and Kurt Cobain both got whatever you want to call it. Brian Jones, 27. Rolling Stones, one of the Rolling Stones founders. Jimi Hendrix, 27. Jim Morrison, 27. Fredro Santana, H.H. Star. Janis Joplin, blues vocalist. Anton Ying-Ching, Star Trek actor, 27. Chance Pedro DiMano, R actor. Jonathan Brandis, actor. Joel Michael Basquiat, I hope I didn't kill that last name, but he was a Neo Express artist. And then Robert Johnson, that we all know, the Crossroads, the blues guitarist and singer. He was amazing. That's crazy though, that all these people were they sacrificed? Did they make deals with the devil? I mean, that's a very deep conspiracy you can dive down, and you'll find a lot of crazy stuff and things that tie into there. But that's how I wanted to start off the video, was the 27 Club. I got some video for you guys tonight. Y'all ready to get into some conspiracy theories? Let's rock and roll. Let's get started.
I gotta be careful the way I say this. The Israeli government has a mandate they're gonna try to ethnically cleanse Gaza. I mean, I don't use that term lightly, okay? They're talking about basically removing 2.5 million people. But there are some serious questions here, Patrick, and let me tell you, my pattern recognition over the last 5 years has become pretty sharp. COVID, Maui fires, Epstein. When I see a story and it doesn't click, our guts are usually right.
I've been trying to stay away from this story as much as possible, but man, there's a lot of holes in this story with Charlie Kirk. And that man was doing nothing but trying to do good. And once he saw the truth, I think once he saw too much, they found a way to take care of him, is the way I'm going to say it. And the more information I get, the more I'll share. But I'm trying to stay clear of this the story, because There's too many lies, too many rumors, too many this, that, he said kind of type of stuff. I don't want to get involved with that. But one thing is right, is he was on to something. He was on something big. And they wanted to shut him up before he decided to share it with all of us. But that's all I got to say about that one. And on to the next one.
Oprah is a slave trader. Let that sink in. It's 100% true. Oprah Winfrey is a slave trader. Why do you think she has that school in South Africa? Why does she hang out with who she hangs out with? Oprah Winfrey is a slave trader. LeBron has a school too. And you know what? LeBron was pretty tied up with a lady by the name of Hillary Clinton. Industrial slavery, guys, of children. The NBA is corrupted big time by some dark influences.
So over the weekend, the United States Air Force came out with a new logo, and I want to show it to you guys because there's something very weird on it, and I want to talk about it. So here's their new logo. I want you to take a look at it really quick and tell me what you see.
Joe Rogan.
I'm sorry, is that a UFO?
And,
okay, so here's my wild theory. So everything that they do, they always they tell us what they're going to do.
Another one I try to stay away from these type of stories and everything too, but there's some truth behind
it's
that.
Already been inserted into our
you haven't heard
mind,
nothing
so
from that guy since he had that interview.
So there's a couple different
dealt
versions
with?
that talks
Possibly.
about the Euphrates River, and when it dries up, there will be
There's a lot of stuff redacted on these
there
Epstein
that will
files.
kill off a
Why?
third of the population.
Because,
And I'm gonna throw this
truth
verse in
be
the
told,
script
in
for
my
you guys.
opinion,
so when that happens,
is that
and by the way,
if,
the Euphrates River is
we
almost
knew the
completely dry,
truth,
so this is
it would
very
tear this
soon.
country apart.
I believe that they are starting
There'd
to
be like
to
a
train our
civil
minds to
war
believe
like no
that
other.
These aliens are out there,
And I think they're keeping a lot of stuff redacted. Do I agree with
A
it?
third of the population
No,
is
I
going
don't.
to be
I
And
think
for our
we should
human mind,
do
those
things the
who
way
aren't
this
believers
country
and
was
don't know
built
what's
on.
really going on.
But
To
will
be
it
able to
ever
explain that
happen?
away of like how these
Not in
people
a
just
million
dying off.
years. Only
they're
way it would ever
going
happen
to
is
pin that
if some
on
country
aliens,
overthrew
and we're gonna start seeing a lot more of
the
that in
United
our
States,
news,
which
and
there
everywhere
are
else.
countries
There's
that
gonna be
can,
aliens, there's gonna be
even though
UFOs
people
in the sky,
don't
all these
believe they
different
can't.
things.
They can.
And
They can crush
here's
us.
it all
a
comes
drop
together
of a
and makes so
dime.
much sense. Because then what's going to
But
happen is
that's
now
besides the
we all
point.
have a common
I'm just
enemy.
saying.
The whole world has a common enemy.
There's a lot of
So
stuff
now
hidden
we are
because
going to
there's a
have
lot of
one
evil,
government.
demonic
Hello.
people out there.
Why else would there
And there's
ever
demonic
be
forces
a time
at
when the
hand
entire
and at
world
work right now.
would ever come together in
And
agreement?
that's where we're going to leave it
anything?
right there. On
When
to
has
the
there ever been a
next.
time that we all come together and we're okay with one power? Never. So this is what's going to happen. We're going to have aliens that are actually demons, and the world is going to come together. And it's, by the way, going to be for the safety of everyone. For your safety. Do you remember hearing that in like 2020, in 2021 with the, for the safety of everyone, we have to come together and follow this new world order. Hello. It's right in front of our eyes. Like, do you guys, is it crazy? Does that kind of make sense? I don't know. Let me know what you think.
She definitely could be on to something. I'm not sure. I don't know. I know that the fallen angels do and have technology they've been giving us since the 1940s. I do and firmly believe that, regardless if you disagree with me or not. But I believe that, yeah, they're going to try some kind of fake alien invasion or whatever, but it's not going to be aliens. It's going to be the Nephilim. It's going to be the fallen. It's going to be the Watchers. They're already here. They're not aliens. They're here. We just don't know. Normies don't know. You got to be a part of that club. You know, the elite club. I ain't going to say no names on here, but y'all know what I mean. Anyways, on to the next one. Next conspiracy. Let's find out what we got going on next.
All right, we have our answer. The question is, what is the government hiding from us? That's what Representative Anna Paulina Luna is aiming to answer with the announcement today of a newly formed task force named Task Force on the Declassification of Federal Secrets, which she will lead.
It is with profound honor that I have been entrusted by Speaker Mike Johnson and Chairman James Comer to lead the House Oversight Task Force on Declassification of Federal Secrets. Together with the help of the White House, our intelligence allies, the Department of Defense, the Department of Justice, we will be conducting investigations into the following.
This initiative aims to increase government transparency by declassifying documents of significant public interest. The task force will focus on records related to the Kennedys, Dr. King, and UAPs and USOs, that phenomena as well. The House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer appointed Luna to chair this bipartisan effort, emphasizing the need to rebuild public trust through transparency. Representative Luna stated, "It's time to give the Americans the answers they deserve through the relentless pursuit of truth." This is right in line with...
Alright, I put this one on here for a reason. Look, it's almost like smoke and mirrors. You know, the whole Epstein files, it's been a disaster. It'll destroy millions of millionaires anyways, and their families and everything else. And now they got some kind of special task force now that this lady's gonna run. Do you honestly think we're gonna get honest answers out of whatever she finds? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I think this is just another way to distract the American people. We're going to have a division on this. The Democrats are going to say one thing, the Republicans are going to say the other, and blase. We don't need a two-party system. We need Americans that live by America, that want to live by America, the laws, the liberties, the freedom. And you got people that want to turn America into the country they want it to be. That's what we have. So, that's about as far as politics I'm going to go. On to the next video. But I had to add that. I just knew that's nothing but smoke and mirrors. It's nothing more and nothing less.
Okay, this is a video you're going to want to bookmark because you're going to want to come back in like a year or two from now and you're going to be like, holy crap, Carl Crusher was right. He was right this whole time. Okay, so this is UFO disclosure for you here. I'm going to make a future prediction and you're going to be able to come back here and see that I'm right. So we all know about this new discovery of the pyramids in Giza in Egypt, how there's these columns that go down into these box rooms and there's this big void underneath. They've just been talking about it on the Joe Rogan podcast and everything. And the engineers that are coming up with this radar technology and satellite technology in order to do this they're onto it. And this is a real thing. So keep an eye on the Italian government. But here's the big secret. Down underneath the pyramids of Giza, at the bottom of that is emerald rooms, entire emerald rooms. These are immortality chambers, resurrection chambers, and they were originally occupied in World War II by the Nazis that went down there a long time ago. So they're going to find stuff from the Nazi government and military down there, and they're also going to find entire emerald rooms, just like the Emerald Tablet of Thoth. And down underneath all of that, they're also going to find a giant UFO. They're also going to find a giant library that's down there, a library and a hall of records. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth specifically say that Thoth left his UFO, his spacecraft, underneath the Sphinx and underneath the pyramid. So stay tuned. It's going to be really cool.
I want to give a shout out to my homeboy there that did the research on the pyramids and everything. What is mind-blowing is we've been researching these things for well over 100 years, okay? And then all of a sudden, we find out that there's skyscrapers. You telling me there ain't been no miners or diggers or whatever, ain't never found passageways and different things and ways to get down there and everything else. And all of a sudden, here, I think it was 2022, I may be off, they discover everything. There's water aquifers down there, there's everything, there's everywhere they live. Okay, so something major catastrophe happened there. So it's major, and there's a lot of history lost. We can't replicate anything they did. We never will. There's cities, there's some neat cities where floods are exposing them that how much well built they were. We don't build stuff like that. We build stuff a quarter of what they built, and probably charge double the price for it. It's insane. But that I just want to share that about the pyramids. There's a lot there's not telling us about the pyramids in Giza, in Antarctica, Madagascar. I believe there's one there, and quite a few others. But they're just not telling us about them. And the public should know. We should know our history. There's so much hidden. Matter of fact, I have a video for you guys that's coming up. It might be the next one. Let me check and see. But on to the next.
Watch this before it gets taken down. This video was taken by an undercover reporter who was allegedly arrested by North Korean police after it went viral and was sentenced to 10 years of hard labor for espionage. In the video, we see a 23-year-old homeless woman who says she's collecting grass to feed rabbits, lost both of her parents, and has no food for herself. She was found dead a few weeks later. Videos like these show us the harsh reality of life within the brutal regime of North Korea that they do not want us to see. Or do they? These leaked recordings are completely banned from leaving the country, and anyone responsible faces harsh consequences. But there was one Canadian man who ended up leaking their national TV broadcasts to the world by accident. This guy was messing with the satellites to scan for free sports in Canada when he came across this. Little did he know, he just hacked into North Korean state TV, giving us a glimpse of what they show to their people that we were not supposed to see. Every day, the national anthem and songs glorifying the country and their leaders played at 8 a.m. sharp. And then it just kinda kept on going and going. Hours of content of the country basically glazing itself and dissing America. There were also a couple of movies in there that honestly looked like they were made in the 70s. And even cartoons for children played, as well as Premier League football, you know, soccer, which I highly doubt they have the rights for, and it was for last year's season 2. Overnight, the broadcast dies, signaling to everyone it's time to sleep, showing these classic color bars until 8 a.m. when it starts all over again. Their programming was slightly unsettling at worst, but it was nothing compared to the other leaked vids circulating online. You see, any official videos the North Korean government does release to the world are always manicured to only show its best side, and oftentimes those feel unnatural. Like these strange TikTok accounts run by the North Korean state media themselves, as no one there is even allowed to access social media, that totally glamorize life in their country, ranging from low-key kind of funny to downright creepy, and many of these videos have even gone viral.
My daily morning walk in North Korea. Very quiet and calming.
Happy, cheerful, text-to-speech and captions that completely hide the grim reality of life in this regime, but maybe this goes much deeper than it looks. As any sort of insight to life beyond what the state media gives us is hidden, or at least they really try to hide it from us. So I'm risking it all and exposing the videos the DPRK, Democratic People's Republic of Korea, don't want you to see. The infamous North Korean prison camps. As much as they like to deny it, they're real. Where citizens and even foreign travelers.
This one right here is just heartbreaking and bone crushing, and just how can you be so horrendous to people? You see, look at that poor girl. And the sad part about it, we do it in our own country too. Regardless, we may not have slaves, and we might not have slave camps and stuff. But I see people like this walking the streets every day. Every day. And nobody wants to lift a hand. Why? Why wouldn't you want to lift a hand? Why wouldn't you want to help somebody that's in need? I mean, these are questions you ask yourself. You know, oh, they could have done better. They could have done this. Yeah, they could have done a lot of things. So could you. So could I. So could the guy standing next to me. I'm just saying. But look at that, though. That's what's going on in some countries. Is it our business? No. But it should be known and ways to help those folks. I definitely think, for sure. God bless them. I pray for them, and I pray that God puts the full armor of God around them. And that's on to the next video.
If you want to have war, you will get war. If you want to destroy China, you will be destroyed. If you want to impose nuclear war on China, you will be wiped out by nuclear war. This is very serious. China's policy is very clear. China will not fire the first shot, but China will not allow you to fire the second shot. If you have not watched the Victory Day parade in Beijing on September the 3rd, one of the weapons China demonstrated, we call it 61, because it can contain 60 nuclear warheads plus one hydrogen bomb. Now, in the world of today, let me tell you, which country has hydrogen bomb? China is the only country with hydrogen bomb. And that ICBM can cover every corner of the world in less than 20 minutes and destroy any target in any corner of the world without any possibility of being intercepted.
Now, I want to say this about this video. Look, we just hit Venezuela. Do I think it was a great idea? No, not at all. I have my reasons, and we'll talk about it another time and date. But we do not want to play with China and with Russia. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are or how powerful you think America is. Listen to that man and the firepower they have. They're ahead of us by good ways. That's all I'm going to say. We have a lot of stuff. We do. And we're very educated and sophisticated Army, military, Marines, all of them. And they're all brave men and women. But why go to war over the things that these folks are wanting to go to war over? We did what we shouldn't have done over in Ukraine. A lot of people would disagree with me, but we did wrong. And now the things to come is not good. It's not going to be good. Not here at home. Not for our family members that are in the service across seas. It's gonna get dirty, and it's gonna get nasty. But I pray there's one man that can stop us all. That's our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I pray, and I know, no matter what, He knows what is to happen, and it's God's will. But I think I got one more, and we're going to call it a night tonight.
I've been telling you guys that China lives in the future, but watch this. This is how advanced China is right now. This is a new convenience store here in China, and no human interaction whatsoever. Everything is AI, and that robot serves you. So you just choose whatever you want, like a Coca-Cola. Boom. Then I just scan it. Okay, order done. And I think that's that. Done. So yeah, that is what a humanless convenience store looks like in Shanghai, China.